Rachelle Yarnell. I reside here in Northeastern Ohio, but I have the opportunity to travel with Donald Scott NYC. What is that? That's the carving comb. And so what I get to do is travel around and educate you on hair cutting. Today we're going to do the wolf cut, and it's going to be a precise haircut, walking you through step by step how you can achieve this look. Let's get started. So the first thing I did before we were ready to start the haircut is I sprayed on the Prepare. That is our liquid glide product that's going to make the razor slide right through the hair. Then I did a little eclipse section up on the top. That's a little subsection that I'm going to let fall over, canvas out her haircut. My shortest part of her layering is going to live outside her parietal ridge. First thing we're going to do is clean up her end. So let me give her a quick little pump and we'll get ready to rock and roll. The pinch grip is one of my favorite techniques to give you an organic, lived-in haircut. Really sexy, fun, very Victoria's Secrets. Again, I got a nice slip. We use a little bit of the Prepare to get the hair ready. And we've already done that whole perimeter. Part of what I was trying to accomplish today is removing some of that round from her haircut and giving it a little bit more of a square baseline, still with some face framing layers. Then the next thing we're gonna go in is do some concave layering. I'm going to be using my carving comb, using my 100% side of the teeth. The other is the channeling side. We'll go through and use that afterwards. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this middle section straight out from the head. We're going to go through and carve out and put in those layers. We're going to over direct to the previous guide and carve out that section and create those interior layers that will give her lots of movement. One of the laws of hair is short hair pushes long. So when we're wanting more volume on the top, the best thing to do is do a concave layering. I'm going to have over direction at the mastoid process. That's the bone behind your ear. When you bring the one back from behind your ear, mastoid process, you're going to carve through that. And this gives you square layering. So many times we step into our haircuts and instead I'm bringing everything back to me to create this amazing textured lived-in haircut using my Donald Scott carving comb. Today I chose the wide tooth carving comb, and partially that's because I want to have a little bit of a looser feel on her haircut. I want the layers to be seamless, and for myself, the density of her hair, she's got a little bit of texture to it, so I don't need the fine tooth to give me all the hold. The only difference between the fine tooth carving comb and the wide tooth is the teeth. So let me explain that to you a little bit better. When you look at the carving comb, all the teeth remove all the hair, and the side with the channeling, 50%, removes 50% of the hair. So that way we can create our haircuts. We're going to move right into the face framing. Go ahead and lift your chin up. And we already have it lightly created. I'm going to use the channel carving side. That's the side with the 50%. I'm going to bevel it from underneath. And when I go from underneath, I'm able to take out all of that weight, but still leave length. Bringing that forward. Think about if you were using a smoothing iron and you would take it on the hair and bevel down and around. That's going to remove that weight, but still leave all that length and give her a piecey, textured look. Last thing we got to play around with is her bangs. I'm going to switch up my tool. I know we started with the carving comb, but I want a little bit more control, and I'm going to use my chopstick. The beauty of the chopstick is I can choose to use it horizontally or vertically. When I use it vertically, it's going to let me sketch out all those little details. So she likes her bangs a little bit more lived in. So what I'm going to be able to do is just pinch grip and go in there and take out a little of that weight and length and open up around her face. So remember, we're carving this haircut and creating this precision look using our Donald Scott tools. The beauty of the chopstick is you're able to sketch on both sides. Really simple, really easy, and create a very detailed, precision, edgy haircut. Looks great, Elizabeth. Our last section, we're going to take this down, and that's where the concave layering happens. Because we left all that length and we took from the parietal ridge, we'll still have volume to our hair, so she can round brush or smooth, and it's going to look beautiful. Last technique that I'm going to do is called our exclusive point cutting. And when I bring this hair out, this is one of those techniques that's truly the magic. Bringing it straight out from her head, I'm tucking my thumb low, and I'm going back and forth, and that's going to give her those edges that are just a little bit more textured. So I'm going to do that all the way around her haircut. It does remove some length, but it leaves those edges still a little bit more jagged, distressed, lifted. You notice I keep nice tension through my haircut. By always having everything nice and tight, I'm able to see my guide, and that's where that precision comes in with using the Donald Scott carbine comb. The hair is pushed directly towards the blades, so I can do this all in one continual carve. Last section I'm going to do, I'm going to bring her back down. I'm going to do that top section. I'm going to over direct it towards the front, giving her a little bit of graduation. Graduation builds weight. So trying to build weight for her top and her crown, it's going to give her the most height. Again, using the technique of our exclusive point cutting. And that wraps it up. She's got her textured, precision razor cut. There you have it. We just created this precision haircut, creating this masterpiece using the Donald Scott carving comb and my shears. I challenge you to pick up a different tool besides just your shears. Go to the website, check out Donald Scott NYC. You'll get 20% off your tools, and that opportunity will set you up for success. So I hope you've enjoyed this haircutting segment. Again, I'm Rachelle Yarnell. Hairendipity is my name on Instagram. But until I see you the next time, happy haircutting.